Joep, you are facilitating at Never Done Before. Tell us, what is the relevance of voice when it comes to facilitation?
Yes, thank you very much for asking that question. Um, the relevance of voice really is just asking yourself that question, which is my main reason of taking part in Never Done Before. The voice, the sound of the voice, it really depends on the study, but it matters a lot, right? To the perceived value, the emotional takeaway from audiences, for audiences at least, um, is massive, right? It varies anything between 6% of value all the way up to 54% of value, through those studies. And of course, the truth is going to be somewhere in the middle, but it's important. And even though the visual and the content structure are topics in facilitation that get a lot of attention, and they should get a lot of attention, the voice somehow never does, right? Or it's part of this general presentation training package. And then still, I'm in my work, I'm seeing a lot of people getting out of these trainings and being like, yeah, I still kind of don't know, I still kind of don't know exactly what to focus on. I'm missing these standard anchors, these standard focus points that I can get back to. And you know these can be very simple. There can be a lot of or just a few points concerning the voice that if you focus on them, you can deliver a certain amount of control over them, leaving you more self-assured and confident about your message and your delivery of the message, and your audience more feeling like you are really talking to them or including them. So you're really building a relationship with your audience or whomever you're facilitating for, and doing so in a way that's also more rewarding for yourself. So that's why, really, that is a thing for me.
And your session is called Use Your Voice. And what I like about that is that very often in facilitation genre, the voice is an analogy for the opinion, whereas you will use voice in the literal sense. So, what can participants expect from your session at the festival?
Well, the breaking down of that seeming paradox, I thought about it, and it really isn't so much so of a paradox, if you will. Like using having a voice in something kind of refers back to what I just said about the dynamic of the audience feeling like you're talking to them, and you getting a certain sense of empowerment or confidence based on knowing that you're saying whatever you're saying in the right way. So there's something to having a voice, something that I'm getting back to. However, I'm, like you say, doing it very literally, taking the magic out, if you will, or adding control to it, um, allowing you to really start understanding how the voice works. How is this meaning conveyed? How is my vocal sound being built up? How can I start answering the question what a good voice is to myself for any occasion? For instance, your current facilitating environment. And in that sense, I'm giving participants the tools to, you know, get towards a voice in very easy, hands-on baby steps that that will help them have a voice to that represents them, that really gives them the that supports their message and what they're trying to say on in both literal and nonverbal way. And in that sense, I'm kind of connecting this other meaning of the voice, like having a say in something, really, to representing yourself. Yeah. Of course, as a side note, you can also manipulate messages, right? Like, think about saying one sentence um, in a different way just by stressing a different word. right? Like something like the weather is good today. Like if you say the weather is good today versus the weather is good today. And this is just
Mm.
stressing. This doesn't even concern vocal sound, which I'm also getting into. But just the usage of a voice can massively alter how an audience is going to perceive what you're saying, right? Like it's also that, but it's also the vocal sound. And having a saying something for me breathes empowerment, right? Like it breathes being powerful in something, right? In the old school way of the saying, like having a voice in a topic or having a voice in a development means, hey, I have something to say, I have something to contribute, I will be heard, right? And that is a good sense. It's an easing sense. It's a sense of I'm being seen, I'm being acknowledged. And that is something that through the sound of your voice, you can already manifest for yourself. So you can sound, your voice can sound like a voice
Mm.
that will be heard, that will have a say, you know. So that's my, that's the way I fly into that topic, and I fly into this more, I would say, old school meaning of having a say in something. Yeah.
Wonderful. And more to find out on November 20th.
Yeah.
I see you there. Thank you.
See you there. Thank you so much.